Hey everyone, welcome to episode 7 of the Journey interviews. Today is a very special interview. So, all of my previous interviews were with wonderful melanin rich women. We were able to do a depiction of their journey. They shared so much with us. And many of that population I interviewed were board members and or friends, relatives, and colleagues of mine. So this week, we are actually having the opportunity to interview the goddess, Miss Shantamika. And
Hey.
hey, and so y'all, Shantamika is completely new to J2S. And in fact, this is our very first time seeing one another. So I am just beyond excited to get to journey with you this morning and just do this self-reflection together.
Yes, yes.
So, yes, how are you feeling and how are you arriving to this space?
I am feeling so great right now.
I
I
love
really don't have a lot of words, but
Yes.
I'll have some words today.
I
Yeah.
love it. And I'm so grateful for your interest in J2S and your comfort, opening up and just talking with me today. So, just as another recap, Journey to Self is a Georgia based nonprofit that is committed to serving melanin rich women, so Black women,
Yeah.
as well as our children. And the whole goal is to assist them in recognizing that there is actually a journey and a process that we take to reveal or meet our true self. Because a lot of times we're just being told who we are, we're being told our history nowadays.
Oh my God.
So, yes, Journey to Self serves as a reminder to take a step back, remove
Yeah.
that outside noise, pour into yourself.
Yeah.
And we promote a lot of self healing, self discovery, because at the end of the day, we want our entire community to be self sufficient
Yeah.
so that we don't have to rely on these oppressive systems and
Yes.
people to continue to serve us poorly.
Yes.
So,
Yes. There
yes.
you go. There you
Right, all of
go.
that. So many of our viewers are really about to be gifted the chance and the opportunity to see what that initial conversation with J2S is like. And many of the questions that you and I will tackle this morning, they're similar to previous questions,
Yeah.
but the goal is seeing how everybody's journey is different, So I'm just super excited and we will get
Yeah.
right to it.
Yeah. Go ahead, girl. You do your
Yes.
thing.
So, what is your definition of true self?
Well, for myself, I
Yes.
really feel like just with the past that I've come from, just
Mhm.
relearning therapy, being honest with
Oh,
myself. Because you can
yes.
lie all day and make it look good, but it don't feel good. It
So
does,
true.
it does not feel good. And just understanding who I am because the church and your family can build you and mold you into this person, and that's not who you are. And
Right.
I dealt with that my entire life.
Hmm.
I hit the age of maybe, let's say, 32, is
Right.
when everything just started to just fall apart because I had this mask for
Oh,
years this mask for years of who people wanted me to be and
hmm.
Sean not be who God destined her to be.
Right. Oh, yes. I definitely 1000% second that entire definition you just gave because honesty, like I literally do so many affirmations to just ground me and put me in that comfort zone of being honest. And I had just different things going on as it relates to like my thyroid and my throat chakra. And through this natural healing process, I learned that many of any issues that's going on in this region is
Yeah.
usually because you're not speaking your truth. you know?
Mm,
And that doesn't mean like we just lying, we out here saying the sky red and it's blue,
yeah.
but it's just the self lies you tell yourself to get you
Yes.
through each day,
Yes.
you know? So, yes, thank you for sharing that. And how are you intentionally journeying towards being all that you are and all that you were destined to be?
Um, I will say maybe, let's say about three years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those girls that has daddy issues. So I have been pulling for years. My mom passed when I was 11. She had three
Okay.
children, me, my brother and sister, and I'm the oldest.
Okay.
So at 11, a lot was put on me. And that goes
Mm-hmm.
back to that first question.
Right.
Obligation. Oh, you have to do this. You're the oldest. And taking on so much and that character I took on in life. And
Right.
pulling for my father, always wanted a relationship with him. He didn't want that with me.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember us being at his brother's wedding and just him talking to me. I'm just like, he just won't stop lying. And I found myself having a nervous breakdown.
Oh,
And it was just too much. It was too much.
right.
And on
Right.
my drive back to Georgia, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start therapy. That was one of the things that my grandma said that she regret when
Right.
our mom passed was us having therapy
Mm-hmm.
because I had a lot of internal anger, but I was one of the quiet ones. My sister and my brother had it, but there's outward. They
Right.
like lit fuses. And me going through that, it started to hurt my body. I knew that something was wrong and I'm just carrying too much.
Yes.
Once I started therapy, now starting therapy, it sounds like, oh, it's going to be easy. No, it's truly not because being honest with yourself and
Exactly.
putting the truth out there was very difficult.
Mm,
I remember
so
at
true.
one point in my life, I had asked the Holy Spirit, and you got to be careful what you ask him. I said, show me me.
Oh, yes.
So when he showed me, I was like, that ain't me. I don't want to deal with that. No, you gonna deal with that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I deal with this. I deal with that. But I don't want to deal with that. No, if you want to be whole and you want to walk in your true self,
Exactly.
you have to deal with those, those bad areas of yourself. And with therapy, it started off so rough. I believe I got 2 words out of the first couple of sessions because
Right.
I was crying so much. I said, just give me all the tissue. But it became easier to speak because I
Right.
have not always been a person to open up and talk to people because I was afraid. I didn't trust.
Yes.
I didn't trust people, um, especially, and it showed in my relationships
Mm-hmm.
um, as a woman trying to find, you know, her
Yes.
dad in these relationships. Um, I can, girl, if you got 3, 4 hours, I give you a whole book if you like.
Listen, I
But
honestly, I enjoy you sharing what you share because it regrounds me in the work that I do. And a lot of times, I'm constantly reiterating that J2S is not leaving the Black man out. Like, we love our Black men, but the reason why here with this organization, I focus so heavily on the Black woman is because a lot of times we share the same story,
yeah,
and so everything that you just shared, I literally in my mind was going back to moments where either I felt the same way or I encountered the same feelings and the same,
yeah.
obstacles. So it just, thank you. Thank
Girl.
you. Yes, for sharing that. And then I also love to get insight into people's journey by asking them about different roadblocks, that they've encountered. And I know you've shared some of those, but can you think of any other specific roadblocks or maybe lessons that have come up for you so far during your journey?
Um, Speaking my mind. I've always had trouble with balancing speaking my mind and not being afraid because I was more so afraid of myself.
Right. Mm,
Um, I recently had an issue with a supervisor.
right.
I'm the type of person at my job, very kind, very sweet. A lot of people call me sunshine at work.
I love it.
So they would, if you needed help, if I wasn't doing anything, I'm helping. But because of what traumatized me as a kid, as far as an older figure
Right.
rejecting me and treating me wrong, she was a trigger, and I didn't know. She was
Mm,
treating me. She was a figure over me,
right.
and she was
Right.
treating me wrong. And I found myself getting angrier and angrier every day. And the sun wasn't shining so bright. And people began to tell me, is something wrong with you?
Hmm.
You know, is something going on? And I'm like, I'm okay. And I wasn't being honest, and I was not
Right.
okay. So things got so
Wow.
bad. And I'm a businesswoman. I bake and we cater, and all of that came to a halt because
Right.
I did not deal and say how I felt, to where one day, and this is not even me, I got up and I said, I'm leaving. I need time.
Oh, yeah.
Normally, I would be professional and send an email. I was crying, I was shaking, and I was
Yes.
off work for maybe 30 days. And that was the worst 30 days of my life. I woke up
Wow.
every day with anxiety. It felt like I had over 100 knots in my stomach. I couldn't breathe. It was just so traumatic.
Right. Right.
And one day I was just in the washroom, and I was like, Sean, you got to get a hold of yourself, because this will kill you.
It's so, so
This
true.
will kill
So
you.
true.
And we have to, no matter how you're feeling. There's something my friend had gave to me. She said, Sean, if you feel like you don't have the words in a situation that seems bad, you ask God to decrease you and
Mm,
increase him, and that conversation will flow. So
mm.
I missed out on money. I canceled things just because
Right.
I was afraid to speak and say my truth to this individual. And do you know, when all of that passed over and I went back to work, I still was so heavy. And then something just said, get up and go talk to her. I said,
Yes.
I went in there and I said, I would like to speak to you in private. And when I got all of that off of me, it felt like a whole baby elephant came up off of my back.
Right.
And it's
Right.
like, and I sat down and I said, Sean, you put yourself through all of that for nothing. But I do understand that she was a trigger, and I'm working towards,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
healing past those triggers. So now
Yes.
when something like that happens, are we not going back?
Right. And then see, so look, so that's exactly how you know that it wasn't for nothing. You
Yes, you're
had to
right.
go through that experience. You had to encounter that pain to learn this lesson that you just
Yes,
shared with us right here. So
Girl.
it's just so powerful. And I somewhat call this shadow work. So I also write blog posts. And in one of my blogs, I was talking about the importance of shadow work, which is honestly just you by yourself. Maybe you have a journal, pen, paper, whatever the case may be, and you are writing out all the things inside, that only you know about. So when you said earlier, you asked God to reveal the you, like the real you. That is like my slow attempt at getting to that shadow work. You start realizing the need to people please and just different things
Oh,
that yes that we take on, from since we were kids,
yes.
especially when you have a background similar to what you shared that I also share with you.
Yes.
So you get into that I just want to please others, and we neglect ourselves, and then
Yes.
it morphs into that experience that you had, that heaviness, that suffocation,
Yes.
because we're literally carrying things that should be other people's weight, you
Uh-huh.
know?
Yeah. I'm not
So
sleeping and they sleeping at night.
yes, yes. And it's like all that pain that your supervisor brought to you, that was her mess to carry. That was things that she needed to heal from and work on that caused her to treat you in an unprofessional way. And then as a return, we're holding, her pain and her struggles. So yes, thank you
Yes.
so much for sharing that. And then so as
Absolutely.
our viewers can see, J2S is not a one-way relationship. And what I mean by that is, yes, we pour into every woman and child and man that we come across, but we at J2S are also learners, and we are on the same journey to self. So with everything that we do, it's almost this just reciprocal relationship of where we're also taking in and we're also, learning from you, Shantamika, and other women. And it's always empowering and enlightening, having this safe space for us to just come together and share.
I'm grateful for
Now,
that.
yes, yes, because this even feels healing in and of itself,
Hey,
I,
hey.
I
Yes.
love it.
Yes.
So, if you made your journey into a book, let's say everything that you've learned to get to where you are today, what would you name that book? What would the title be?
Um, she did it.
Oh,
She did it.
oh,
I
that is
hear
powerful.
a lot of and I should be, but I'm
Right,
getting there with confidence. A lot of stuff that I do, I will hear people say, Sean, you did that. You did that, girl. And then my son's like, oh, it's okay. It's regular. And when I actually thought about the question and,
right.
she did it.
That is
I know
powerful.
that when I leave here, how some people, oh, they
Right.
school, it's gonna, God has more. Like you
Yes.
did it, you left. I left something with my friends. I know it's something that they will carry and it will
Right.
help them, my children, my husband, in anyone,
I love
even
it.
with just having a conversation with you, you may pick up on something and say, hey, you know what? I'm
Exactly.
and I didn't have the confidence to always say that. And the Holy Spirit is like, yo, girl, you the bomb.
Right.
You
Right.
are the bomb. Why can't you not think of yourself that way?
Yes. Yes. And then even to just raise that, um, in a sense, sometimes we forget that that Holy Spirit is also another version of us,
Yes.
So it's like that was you, that was the higher you telling yourself, girl, did you
Yeah.
forget who we are?
Yeah. Right, right,
Did you
right.
forget?
Yes.
You melanin rich goddess. You forgot
Yes.
where you
Yes.
came from and what's inside of you. So
Yes.
I just love those self-realization moments, those I don't know how to take compliments, and I should know how to receive these because
Yes.
I do it all, you know.
Yeah.
She did it. She
Yeah.
did it.
Yeah.
So yes, I love that. That is a wonderful title. I would definitely pick that up. I can like see the bold print, the exclamation at the end.
Yes, there you go.
All
See,
of it.
see,
All
we
of
here.
it.
We are here.
Yes. So, what advice do you have for someone that is considering healing and putting in that self love, self care so they could get to their true self?
You know, surrounding yourself with positive people, people
Mm,
that genuinely love you unconditionally, because
yes.
a lot of us love with conditions, and people that's trying to push you to a better you, that's going to be honest with you no matter how it hurts. That
Mm-hmm,
means they
mm-hmm.
love you, and of course they're going to speak to you in a loving manner,
Right.
and just being honest, like we spoke about in the beginning, being honest with yourself, you
So
know
important.
very important.
Yeah.
And just staying true to who you are and who you becoming.
Exactly.
you know
Exactly.
that circle helps. I thank God for my
Right.
circle, because when times when I was down, and just like, what, my sister was like, I call her my sister. We've been high school friends for 20 plus years. And she
Yes.
said, you know what? I love you, right? But I'm going to need you to get it together. And
And
I know
see,
her saying that is all out of love. She's like,
exactly.
there's no way I'm going to let you say this or feel like this. You feel like this today? Okay, I'm going to let you be in this for a few moments until you
Right.
get out of it. You
Oh,
got work to
see.
do.
I love it. I love it. And a lot of us, we say, well, it takes a village to raise a child, but we don't understand that we still need that village in
For
adulthood as
ourselves.
well.
Yes, yes,
Exactly. Like it is okay to have support. It is okay to receive love,
yes,
because we are worthy of it. So, yes,
yes.
thank you so much for just highlighting that during this interview. And so I know we have gotten a wonderful glimpse just into all that you've overcome and then all that you are now. Do you feel like there has been any parts of yourself that you have maybe had to forgive or something you've had to unlearn during your journey?
Yes. I had to unlearn a lot of how I was raised.
Mm.
And when I had my children,
Oh, yes.
um, and the things that I went through, like with my sons, I know why the Lord gave me sons. And I do. I do. And it has a lot to do with me, with my dad, and being rejected by him. Because my sons are truly, my oldest son, my son is truly my first love. Because he
Oh,
taught me how to love, and the way that we were raised with my grandparents, you know, I found myself being like that.
right,
And
right.
that relationship with them, they did the best that they could. I love my grandmother. Um, but our house was very loud.
Mm,
Everyone's yelling and angry. And I found myself being that with my sons. And I saw them slowly shutting down. And that hurt me
yeah,
so badly.
yeah,
And that was one of the times where I had to be honest with myself,
right,
that this
right.
is not right. And this is
Mm,
abuse. This is abuse, Sean.
yeah,
And I love my sons. So that's when I said, you know what? I'm going to do better. And I
right.
asked for forgiveness from them. And it took time, because I felt so bad,
Yes,
to learn how to forgive myself, because I didn't know how. I
right.
really didn't know how. So one day, my son, he can kind of tell, my youngest baby,
Yeah.
he's an old soul. he told me, Mommy, are you okay? And I caught myself. I was going to say, yeah. I was like, no. And he told me, Mommy, don't feel bad. You're a good mom. And hearing that when you're always hearing the negative,
Exactly.
that was everything. So I said, I am a good mom. I'm not perfect. I am a good mom.
Right. Right.
So learning to just
Mm,
forgive myself with that helped me with learning to forgive myself with stuff that I carry for so long and
exactly.
felt so bad about. And, the Holy Spirit was like, why would I want something so bad for you like that to make you feel that way?
Hmm.
I forgave you long time ago.
Look at
Forgive
that.
yourself.
Look at that. Yes, that was another whole word. I swear, throughout this entire interview, you have just, I love to say, dropping gems, just these beautiful pieces of information,
Yeah,
that anybody who's watching can pick up and actually take with them and as a result, be a better version of their self.
we need to.
So thank you for that because motherhood is no joke. Like it forces you, in a sense,
Yeah.
to be honest,
Yes.
because you want so much for your little babies, your little
Mm-hmm.
seeds,
Yes.
and so in order to give them what they deserve, which is true, you have to be honest.
Yes.
And I remember the day as you were sharing your story, the day that I decided, hey, this journey that I'm on, and because I am a mom, it can't
Yeah.
just be my journey. It can't just be something I'm experiencing because anything I do is affecting these two lives that I have birthed,
Yeah.
into this universe. So
Yeah.
I literally had to sit down with my daughter, who at that time, I think she was 7 because she's 8 now. And I
Uh-huh.
was just like, baby, I have to let you in. I have to let you know what I'm hurting from and what I'm working on so that you can better understand me,
Mm-hmm.
and so that I can also get your thoughts and your opinions and hear your voice because I don't want my pain to silence you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So just having that talk with her, it has just really, really changed the dynamic of our relationship.
That is so awesome.
Yes, and it's so needed because I realize my generation, well, not my generation, but my family and some of those just generational curses
Man.
has a lot to do with the mother-daughter dynamic in our
Yeah.
family. So being able to correct that and put that healing there has been just astronomical. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree with you 100%.
Yes. Okay. So we have looked at under a microscope some of just the struggles that have led to victories, honestly, because the empowerment and liberation we have now, came from a lot of those hard times that we
Yes.
spoke about. And so to bring us back to just that need of being self-sufficient and self-reliable,
Mhm.
I want to ask you, do you own your own business? And if so, like,
Yeah.
can you tell us about it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my business is Amazing Hands Cookies and Treats.
Oh, okay.
I've always had the logo since I was 19. It was Amazing
Wow.
Hands, just that.
Yes.
I'm a native from Chicago, so
Okay.
um, and I was doing at that time personalized baskets.
Oh.
So I just love to create, and someone actually, I was working at FedEx. I was with FedEx for like 7 years, and a lady, she was always watching me or whatever. And she said, "I want
Mm.
to invest in you." And she said, "I'm going to sit you down with this young lady, and she's going to make you a logo, and she's going to do cards for you, and I'm going to pay for it."
Oh,
And
wow.
once I got the logo, I said that's me all the way. So I've always had it.
Yes.
So I did it. I did a little catering, just a little bit, not a lot. I didn't take it very seriously.
Right.
So when I came to Georgia, I wasn't working. My husband was, and we worked out at LA Fitness.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, I'll just take a little part-time job as a janitor. And so being there, a guy named Z, This story will follow me forever. He was very cool with us, and
Yes.
I had asked him about a job, and he hooked me up. He got me the job. So I had asked one of the coworkers that I was cool with, and I was like, "Hey, I want to do something nice for Z. What does he
Oh,
like?" And she was like, "He loves to eat oatmeal and he loves chocolate." So I left that day. Kroger was right next door. I said, "You know what? I'll make him a cookie."
oh,
Now,
wow.
mind you, I never made cookies.
Oh,
Nothing from scratch.
right.
Nothing, none of that. So I got a nice little, I'm all about presentation. When I was in college, if I didn't learn anything from my marketing class, presentation is everything.
So true.
That's even with your life, yourself.
Right. Right.
So I got this beautiful box, tissue paper, the bowl, everything. And I did this box of oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, brought it the
Oh,
next
that's
day. And I told him, I just wanted to say thank you. And I saw him go over to one of the little tables and sit down. He had the box up under the table, but he was eating a cookie. And I came by. I said, "Why are you hiding them?" He said, "Because I don't want nobody asking for none." He said, "So what bakery did you get these from?" I said, "From my house." He said, "You did not make these." I said, "Yeah, I did." And I just walked away from him.
yes.
After that, everyone, I guess he gave them one or let them try one. Everybody was like, "You need to sell these."
Wow.
I was like, it's just a cookie. And they kept pressuring me. And I'm like, "I already got the logo. I'll try it."
Right.
So
Wow.
with being there, I gained a relationship with the smoothie bar owner because I was taking out his trash and I didn't know I was supposed to. I thought as a janitor, you just clean everything.
Right.
He heard about it and he's like, "Hey, you can set up here and you don't have to pay. You help me with my trash and things like that." And in my mind, I'm like, "I thought I was supposed to do that, but okay."
right.
So um I would make them sell there and I was making money. And I believe me and my husband was talking about it. I said, I should just do a launch. I should just go ahead and do a launch.
Right.
And they allowed me to do it in a gym.
Oh, look at how all of that was just lining up.
So I got the kids' shirts made, my husband's shirts made. We were all in sync. We got a little table. I actually went to Home Depot. I built me my own little cookie stand, painted
Oh my
it,
God.
everything. And we sold out. People in the inside went out and told people on the
Oh, now
outside. And they came inside and we sold out. And
I
that's how it all
love that.
started
Oh
since
my God.
2015. So now
Right.
I'm online. I ship now.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
I'm this close. Well, I'm here. I'm here. I'm stepping out on faith and just do it full time because I love
Yes.
to cook. I love to like me and my youngest. We like to cook together. So we're gonna
Oh
do
my
mommy and me
gosh.
videos.
Oh, that's gonna
We'll
be
Yeah,
everything.
because I feel that you should teach your children to be self-sufficient. Even with the kids,
Exactly.
anything can happen. I think when my
So
mom
true.
passed it so young, it made me feel like, anything could happen. And I want my
Right.
sons to be equipped. And
Right.
I feel like to this day, if something did happen to me and my husband, they'll be okay.
And see, that's exactly what it's all about.
Yeah. Mhm.
Healing, doing the best for yourself so that you can pour that into the youth.
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
oh my gosh, so listen, you will have to text me your website if you got an Instagram, Facebook, because I want to
Yeah.
make sure I include that in this post.
Yeah.
And my mother-in-law, or mother-in-law, like I like to say, her birthday is in November, so I need to
Okay.
go ahead and like place me an order.
Okay. Okay.
So please
Yes.
send that to me. And I am not going to hold you any longer. I am so grateful and thankful just for this time and this space that we've shared together. It's so beautiful. And I want us to get out and about today, enjoy just the weather and everything that
Yes.
Sunday has to offer. So thank
Okay.
you again,
You
Shantamika,
are so
for
welcome.
setting aside this time. I definitely look forward to connecting more,
Yes, yes, definitely.
especially as it relates to your business, Healing Hands, right? Or was it, tell me again the name of it?
Amazing hands.
Amazing Hands. Look, I'm
Yes.
saying healing because I got so much from you today.
Hey,
I'm
this
like,
I was told that amazing hands is not just about your hands
oh,
baking, but
listen.
it's more than a cookie. It's a
Woo,
ministry.
look.
Girl,
I'm
it's
so ready.
we not.
Listen, you had me at oatmeal and chocolate. I'm like, oh,
Yes, I was told.
okay, y'all.
So,
Listen, so for everyone who is watching, I know what y'all thinking. That was a good one. Like this one was everything. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. I hope you all are leaving this interview just feeling motivated to reclaim your power and your voice. We have our very last interview coming up that I will be just getting together. So there's a total of 8 to 9 interviews this season. So look out for our next brand new episode that will be dropping on Monday. And if you have any questions or any concerns, feel free to comment below and share this video. And again, thank you so much, Shantamika. Enjoy your day, and I will definitely be in touch.
yes, ma'am.
Yes. All righty. Peace, everyone.